And in terms of getting to play this, iconic character, it was really interesting to delve into the gritty things, but also the fact that he could just charm anyone at any moment into essentially anything, and he just had this tenacious personality that attracted people.
Jeremy, fantastic job on this movie. I absolutely loved it. Look, this is the kind of stuff that I live for is just the retelling of things that I really didn't know about because
Yeah.
it's so insightful. First question I have for you is, what was it like working with Neil Bogart's family and working about and telling his more challenging side of him as well?
It was really great. I mean, I was really lucky to have the accessibility of having people that knew him so well, and there was like pages and pages of interviews that they had done with other people back in the industry, and so I read those, and we had interviews and all sorts of things to delve from. But what was really great, especially working with Tim, who I worked with closely, he's the writer director, is that as we started working together, I could feel all of the little things that his father left impressioned upon him, and I started to sort of put a little bit of Tim into my interpretation of his father, because it was like, oh, I get this now. I can see him in you. And so
Right.
it was really fun to kind of get to find that little, perfect mixture of who he was through getting to work with his family.
Now, can you talk to me about your approach to playing a real person and how that differs from playing like a fictional character?
Yeah, I mean, this one was a little bit different because I've played real people before. This guy, he died back in the 80s, and not a lot of people knew him. And the people that knew him, are either gone or they're much older, and there's not like a lot of video footage. So what I could find, I delved into and really dug into. But the thing that Tim really impressed upon me was that I had sort of some of his qualities innately within me as a performer. And he really encouraged me to kind of go with my gut and go with my instinct, and was often just let me roll with it, and it was really exciting because I felt like I was creating a character at the same time as sort of honoring the essence of who this guy was.
Speaking of that, what was it about the story of Neil Bogart that spoke to you both as an actor and singer?
Well, Neil really wanted to be a performer, and that was like his passion, and just never really made it, and found his way behind the scenes and became incredibly successful in that regard. And the fact that we kind of bookend his journey with like his dream of kind of getting to be in the spotlight while he never quite made it there, I think is really beautiful. And in terms of getting to play this, iconic character, it was really interesting to delve into the gritty things, but also the fact that he could just charm anyone at any moment into essentially anything, and he just had this tenacious personality that attracted people, and often it didn't work out, and a lot of people pissed a lot of people off, which was kind of interesting. And I've talked to people in real life that knew him, and you know he was that kind of person that you just kind of love to hate him, because
Right.
he was indelible, but he gambled too big, he drank too much, he smoked too much, he did too many drugs. Like,
There are so many amazing musical performances in this. Which one stood out to you as your favorite?
give me Lettucey all day, every day. I mean, I am a sucker for an incredible, insane gospel vocal, and I think Jason singing "It's Your Thing" was actually pretty cool, because he just walked into the room and did it all live. And we're like, oh, there was supposed to be like a big concert performance that they were going to cut to of him, and they didn't, because what he did in the little recording studio scene was so magnetic and great that they just left that.
Now, last question I have for you is, what is one record everyone should have in their vinyl collection?
First thing that comes to mind has nothing to do with the movie, is Carole King. What's the that's my favorite record that I have in my thing. It's the first solo record that she put out, and I can't remember what it's called.
We'll fix it in editing.
Yeah, fix it editing it. I can't remember. The Carole King. I can look that up. Somebody else is going to answer that question.
Well, Jeremy, look, amazing job on this film. Fantastic
Thanks.
performance. Great movie. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.